For Sunday the 17th of July, it's 413's regional channel with the latest news and developing news as we start off the new week. Bureau Meteorology New South Wales has in place a top priority severe weather warning for damaging winds for the south coast, central tablelands, southern tablelands, along with the Snowy Mountains, the ACT, the southwest slopes forecast districts. Damaging winds and blizzard conditions about the Snowy Mountain, with damaging winds about the ranges south of Lithgow. Damaging winds averaging 60 to 70 kilometres an hour remains possible over the elevated areas of the North Snowy Mountains, with damaging winds averaging 80 to 90 kilometres an hour possible above the 1900 metres mark. Also damaging winds averaging 60 to 70 kilometres an hour with peak gusts in excess of 90 are possible over the ranges to the west of the ACT, as well as the eastern Great Dividing Range extending from Lithgow to north of Bombala. Winds are expected to continue during today before slowly easing to below severe thresholds late tonight. For coastal areas of the Illawarra, winds not expected to reach severe threshold, but could become stronger and gusty. Blizzard conditions forecast over the alpine areas above the 1500 metre mark. And locations: Bower, Braidwood, Katoomba, Goulburn, Charlotte Pass, Thredbo, Perisher, Mount Gannetti and Adam Innaby. I think I've got that one right. Now Victoria remains under a severe weather warning for damaging winds and blizzard conditions. Severe weather warning, damaging winds for the central East Gippsland, the north central northwest, South Gippsland and the southwest forecast districts. Forecast snowfall early this morning coincided with damaging winds, bringing the risk of blizzard conditions above the 1200 metre mark for the northeast ranges. The warning area: Bacchus Marsh, Mount Bauble, Mount Buddha comes in under the warning, Falls Creek, Mount Hotham and Mayo. Now, what's causing this weather? Well, it relates to another high pressure system, which we shouldn't be surprised at the high pressure activity currently moving slowly eastward across the Tasman Sea and combines with an approaching cold front over western Victoria to strengthen the pressure gradient and north to northwesterly winds across the elevated areas during the day. Damaging wind gusts 90 kilometres an hour possible over the Otways, the central Victorian ranges, the southern facing slopes and northern Melbourne suburbs. Damaging wind gusts of around 100 kilometres an hour also likely over the alpine ranges, their southern facing slopes. Damaging winds also averaging 80 to 90 kilometres an hour possible over the alpine areas above 1400 metres. Road weather alert is in force for Adelaide, and we have a strong wind warning for the south central coast, the Spencer Gulf, Investigator Strait, the upper southeast, lower southeast coast. For Tasmania, we have a top priority severe weather warning for damaging winds. So Tasmania, the northeastern corner of the state, severe weather warning for damaging winds along the north coastal fringe and northeast, so the north and northeast sections, and relates to the cold front and will reach western Tasmania early this morning, clearing the east coast later this morning. Strong to gale force northwesterly winds ahead of the front over the coastal areas in the north and northeast are expected to east later this morning. Damaging winds 60 to 70 kilometres an hour, 90 and 100 kilometres an hour gusts possible for coastal areas from Georgetown to Bridport, extending inland over the northeast of the state. Winds are expected to slowly east from the west early this morning. Damaging winds confined to the northeast by around sunrise and easing throughout in the hour or two afterwards as the front clears to the east. Georgetown and Bridport. The severe weather for the northwest coast has been cancelled in the morning. And this is definitely not usual winter weather. Initial minor flood warning has been issued for the North Esk River. Minor flooding possible at Coa Lynn late this morning. Minor flooding may develop along the North Esk River at Coa Lynn in the 24 hours to 3 p.m. Saturday. No significant rainfall has been recorded. Widespread rainfall totals 10 to 20 millimetres forecast across the catchment for the remainder of Saturday and Sunday morning. The Bureau will update that sometime today. Bushwalkers weather alert for the western and central plateau forecast districts, and a gale warning in the central north coast, the Bank Strait, Franklin Sound, east of the Flinders Island, the upper east, southeast, southwest coast, and a lesser one, the strong wind warning, the Frederick Henry, Norfolk, Storm Bays, the Channel, the southwest lakes, the far northwest, lowest east and central west coast. And a gale warning will most likely be in force again Monday. Now we switch up to Queensland, the Peninsula and Cooktown coast for a strong wind warning. Now we have a look at Western Australia. This is precipitation from 10 a.m. through to about 2200 hours to my information at the bottom of the screen. Each of these images are free hourly. Precipitation values measured in millimetres. Now here's a look at the instability national level. 13.3 in Sydney, 12.1 Melbourne, 14.8 in Brisbane, 13 over in Perth, 12.4 Adelaide, 12.1 Hobart, a cold one, 9.3 Canberra, 21.8 Darwin. And as mentioned, we have a developing system, and a threat now coming on the radar for the entire Queensland coast, south of Cairns, right down to the Victorian New South Wales border. Bureau's 12-hourly rainfall scale, right hand side of the screen. Bureau meteorology updates every 12 hours. And you can clearly see the activity off the Queensland coast, and it changes. And anybody that is viewing this video update anywhere north of Fraser Island, Bundaberg, right up to Mackay, you're in the hot spot. Bureau's total forecast of rain. And the picture changes to blue out there in the Coral Sea. Now we have a look at various models. Starting off with the GFS. We're going to see a low pressure system impacting the area south of Mackay to the Queensland New South Wales border. The Navy's NAFGEM, ACMWF, and one that I love is the GFS precipitation modelled and sourced off the Pivotal Weather website. This is out to 384 hours. The precipitation scale, bottom of the screen.